The US oil industry just took its biggest hit since the 2020 crash. In just 6 weeks, over 100 rigs shut down, Texas and New Mexico were slammed. But this wasn't sabotage. It was Trump. In April 2025, Trump hit the world with a bold move: 25% tariffs on any country buying Venezuelan oil that still wanted to trade with the US. His target, Maduro. The result, American chaos. Exports tanked. Oil prices plunged. Rigs froze. Contracts disappeared. Louisiana, New Mexico, and Texas bled first. The liberation Trump promised choked the very market he claimed to protect. While Trump tweeted, Canada moved. That same week, Trump posted Liberation Day on Truth Social. Hashtags flew. Oil markets panicked. Because oil doesn't run on slogans. It runs on trust. WTI crude dropped below $60 a barrel. Not from weak demand, but because Washington looked unstable. Buyers fled. Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and Canada picked up the pieces. Maduro didn't flinch. But US oil drillers collapsed. The Dallas Fed reported a sharp drop in extraction. The oil activity index went negative, for the first time since COVID. Pioneer, Devon, others began cutting jobs. Rigs shut down across the Permian. Every barrel sold meant a financial loss. Then came the Wall Street crash. Energy stocks in the S&P 500 sank 14% in April. Major pension funds, Fidelity, CalPERS, lost billions. Retirees took the hit. So did oil towns. And the supply chain. In shambles. No one knew what next week's price would be, or who would even buy. Oil didn't vanish. Trust did. And Americans. They felt the fallout. Gas prices stayed high, refineries scrambled to source from new suppliers. Fertilizer, plastic costs spiked, hurting farmers and carmakers alike. Meanwhile, Canada didn't fight the storm. It built a new route. On June 30th, Canada shipped its first LNG cargo directly to Asia, from Kitimat, BC. A $40 billion project, backed by Shell, Petronas, Mitsubishi, and PetroChina, gave Canada global reach without Washington. The payoff, massive. Canadian energy exports to the US fell 16%. Exports to Asia surged 200%. While Trump used tariffs to punish, Canada used stability to grow. Now Exxon and Chevron are begging for trust, because buyers no longer believe in US deals. Trump blinked. On July 9th, he paused Venezuela tariffs for 90 days. Markets bounced, but trust still broken. And then came the copper war. Trump announced a 50% tariff on imported copper, aimed at China. But Canada got hit too. And it's the US that'll bleed. Copper powers everything: cars, homes, phones. Prices are about to surge. Canada produces 10% of the world's copper. The US uses 20%. Guess who pays the price? Expect car prices to jump $1,000. Laptops and phones, $30 more. Housing, up 10%. Thousands of US mining jobs now hang by a thread. But Canada? Barely a scratch. Copper is just 2% of their GDP. Once again, Americans are stuck with the bill. Then came the final blow, a 30% tariff on goods from the EU and Mexico. The EU warned, this could wreck trade ties. Retaliation, $84 billion in tariffs on US exports. That means higher prices on cars, food, alcohol. And a hit to American industries like chemicals and bourbon. While Trump picks fights, the EU signed a free trade deal with Indonesia. ASEAN trade with Europe hit €258 billion. It's only growing. And Canada quietly fills the gap. Canadian oil and food exports are rising in Europe, while the US falls behind. Ottawa plays chess. Trump plays checkers. Then came the digital tax fight. Canada wants $2 billion from big tech. Trump exploded, cutting off trade talks and threatening more tariffs. Why? To protect billionaires. Canada stayed calm. Mark Carney said, We'll keep negotiating. One side throws tantrums. The other keeps building. At the G7, Trump admitted, "Carney and I have different views. I still like tariffs. This wasn't just policy. It was personal." Because taxing big tech isn't just about fairness, it's about who really runs the show. Now here's the bill. America depends on Canada for 60% of its crude oil and 85% of its electricity imports. Tariffs there. That's a direct hit to your wallet. Lumber prices are already up. Building a house. Add $53,000 in costs. The American dream just got luxury priced. Inflation's rising. Jobs are at risk. Small manufacturers in the Rust Belt are buckling. While billionaires stay protected. Canada gets $2 billion. Tech giants get bodyguards. And you pay the price. This isn't just a trade war between Trump and Canada. It's a trade war between Trump and the American people. If you think this story matters, hit subscribe, share this video, and drop your thoughts below. More untold truths, only on the Untold Compass.